I like that.
Wait.
I think that album is probably
Yo,
one
I
of
didn't
your
think
best albums.
You're
I
pretty
like that
good.
album a lot.
You're pretty good reminds me of.
So let's pour one up, just
Okay.
in case.
All right.
But
yeah.
I feel like you'll be fine.
We'll see. You know, I should be all right.
I think
No brands. This is 7 Records vodka.
yo, tequila.
Tequila.
No vodka.
You don't drink vodka.
I love it. Cut that shit.
I'm more inclined with the walls around the way tight.
Welcome. It's a new episode of Uno and Friends. I got a special guest with me, my brother.
Yo.
In the motherfucking building, Myke Valley.
You know what it is. What's up,
My
baby?
brother.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good.
Good
You
to
know.
see you, man.
Hey, man. I got notes because I be
You professional.
busy. I gotta stay professional and
Yes,
on
sir.
sync. So I want to make a highlight and I want to give you flowers about like most niggas can't do what you do. And it goes unnoticed sometimes. And it's kind of irritating for me because as your brother, I'll be like, I mean, this shit ain't easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just want to, congratulate you on doing things and continue to do things that influence a lot of niggas and shit influence me for real.
Well, I
just wanna give
appreciate
you love
that,
on
bro.
For sure,
Like,
for sure.
That's love, man.
Yeah,
That
you
means a
already
lot
know.
coming
already
from
know
you.
how it is.
Like,
You
for
already
real.
know how it is. So, pretty much the show highlights like, just what artists are doing differently, and I wanted to just like, open eyes up to the music and we could go deeper into the music and not just the surface bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, with that being said, we'll start with
Perfect.
the first question. Off your last shit, you did Voucher. My bad. Correct me.
No, you're good.
What made you decide to go the alternative route?
So, kind of, there was like a storm of things that made me go that route, really. I was in a spot where I was listening to rap, and it was making me an already angry person, like, angrier. I was getting angry, bro. And I was like, I don't like being mad, but, like, I am kind of mad all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? And on top of that, I worked a bunch of jobs, and I was working in a skate shop, and there was always like the Smiths playing, and just like the area that I'm from,
Right.
like that has a big influence on the people that I hang around.
Right.
And I was kind of bored, to be fair, of rap. I felt like the last joint I did with rap was straight, and I wanted to try to do more without just making another version of that one.
Right.
As an artist, it was like, why not try?
Right. I feel like you did that though, because that Valley was stupid, but I felt like we'll get into it. But I felt like you definitely achieved what you were trying to do for sure. The sound on the project's crazy, by the way.
That's high praise, bro.
I was just re-listening to it earlier, like this shit low key.
It's a joint,
it's
bro.
a joint.
It's
the,
a joint.
The beats go stupid. What did you do all the production? How did that go about?
All right, so this was a joint because it's alternative music.
Right.
Niggas don't play guitar, bro.
At all.
I had to learn how to play guitar a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean, I had my boy Connor. Shout out to Connor. Connor, I see you. He really showed me, like, how to get around on a guitar. Not necessarily, you can't learn how to play a guitar really quick. But I make beats, bro. I'm a producer.
Right.
So I'm going to produce a guitar. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, yeah, to be, like, straight up, I wrote all the music. I did all the beats. I didn't play every single instance with guitar.
Right.
But I probably did play, when it was all said and done, more than 75% of what's on there.
And that's from scratch, because you didn't know how to play prior to that.
I had no idea how to play, bro.
How long did it take you to do the project? Production-wise, let's say production. How long did it take you to get the sound with learning how to do everything and get the sound?
Took me a minute. I'm not going to sit here and cap.
Right.
I won't sit here and cap. It probably took me a cool year, we'll probably say. Maybe.
But that's not a minute, though.
But
because you're learning a whole new sound, creating a new sound that you don't normally do, and then doing it from scratch without really references.
It took longer than I thought it would take me, though.
This is true.
I thought I would, and that was
Get it up and
frustrating,
pick it up.
bro.
Right.
But that's like, you can't go and be an NBA player in a night. You got to work on your jumper. And even still, I'm not the greatest guitar player. I'll never say that. But now I know how to write guitar, you know,
Do it right.
songwrite with a guitar. But even that being said, like from there, I learned how to play the bass a little bit. My dad is nasty at the bass. Shout out young Kurt. Um, and he kind of
The
helped me
captain.
get the captain. Nah. He helped me get around, bro, and like music theory and stuff. Like a lot of producers, we just make what sounds good, but when it came to alternative stuff, like I had to know what was wrong and what was right, and if it was wrong but it sounded right, like how I could get by with that and make it slide. Um, but yeah, so I played guitar, bass. The drums were just samples, and that's what we do all today, like
Yeah.
all the time, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, it probably took me a year, and then from there, I could go in, like on like forever about like how frustrating that was.
Right.
That time period was weird too. It was COVID. It was just me in a room playing guitar until my like literally my hands were bleeding. Um, but it was cool. I liked it.
Do you like? Do you? I mean, I enjoyed what came from it.
Yes.
Do you feel like you enjoyed what came from it? Do you feel like you did what you set out to do?
Honestly, yeah. And I haven't really felt like that with a project ever. And maybe it's because
The work you put into it.
the work, the time, bro. Like I really went into that. Like I got to figure this thing out. And the previous knowledge I've had from just doing music before, as far as like vocals and stuff, that didn't really take much time to get it to how I wanted it to sound on the overall record.
Right.
But mixing hip hop, mixing rap, and mixing alternative is totally different. And that's kind of a part of it which drove me insane, bro. Insane.
We'll talk on that a little bit later.
Yes.
Let's give a round of fucking applause for Valley in the motherfucking house.
We in the joint, man.
In the joint, in the
We in
joint.
the joint.
It's shot time. We're gonna take a shot. You pick what we drinking.
I only drink light, bro. That's
Uh,
crazy.
So
Y'all
we
drink
gonna
dark.
well, the guests drank dark a couple weeks ago, but we're gonna do
Nah, that's
the,
good.
with no brands. I need a
We doing light tequila.
light tequila.
100% agave.
We don't give shout outs because they ain't sponsoring
They
this
gotta
episode.
pay us first, man.
Cut the check, bruh.
Cut it. I'm gonna say it every
Tell them
time.
lame niggas cut it out.
I'm
Shout
gonna
out
turn
Young
into a
and
Ciroc
May.
bit. Shout out Young and May, bro.
Where's she been at, bro?
She cooking up probably. She one of my favorites, low key. She slept on.
She be
Bro.
sliding, bro. She be sliding.
People don't giving her the credit.
While the Cubs getting out there, let me ask you, no features, bro.
No features. That was the other thing. So I had to learn how to kind of sing, bro. Like we be sing rapping. You know what I'm saying? We're melodic.
For sure.
But to be able to like sing and have it translate correctly was a really big headache. And you know, what I found out is a lot of my inspirations for alternative music and just all music in general aren't the best singers. You know, I like Jimi Hendrix a lot. He ain't the best singer. He the best guitarist. Like top joint. I'm gonna
This is clean, right?
use this joint. It's not.
It's not clean.
It's not.
We need one more cup.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I thought it was.
It's all good. That's
gonna
on me.
face it.
I'm being a little. We're unprepared.
No, you're good. So yeah, Jimi Hendrix, bro. Like, and it just kind of like showed me. He kind of like Kanye'd it for me, if that makes sense. Like Kanye was singing, and he's still one of my biggest inspirations sonically, even if the genres are different.
Right.
He be singing. He ain't the best singer. He be the first
He
to tell
gives
you.
no fucks.
You know, he's just gonna let it fly.
Go.
So, and then Kevin Parker from Tame Impala, he's not the best singer at all,
Sliding.
but he be sliding. You got to find your pocket, and you sit in that pocket, you get it to sound straight. Thank you. We're going to get the shots going, man.
The shot's gone.
Oh, that's not the brand. No.
Good. So what you trying to tell the people pretty much is you was J. Cole and this shit.
Bro, I did everything.
But the real shit though, because you know, sometimes it gets, you know, we gas up people that don't necessarily. I don't know. But you was J. Cole and shit. That's what they say pretty much.
I was
You
J.
did
Cole,
everything.
bro.
You production.
I did the production.
No features.
I did the recording. I did the engineering. No features. J. Cole did to a degree,
Did what
bro.
Russ do, but Russ don't. But Russ gas it. But you just keep it.
I was cool with it, man. Because I was really happy on how it came out. Let's take this shot. No chaser for you, boy. No face.
Chasing for me.
So yeah, man, like I kind of did J. Cole it, and I kind of had to.
Yeah.
Cause now where I'm at, you know, you could tell like I'm more collaborative. I'm in better spirits.
For sure.
When I was making that tape,
You was
I
not.
was
in
not
that
doing
spell.
good, bro.
Right.
and which was fine. I knew that, and it was kind of a form of meditation, like, because if I would have played it for you off rip, y'all would have been like, Valley, just do a rap
Rap
album.
album.
My first joint was sounding
Crazy.
interesting, you know,
Right.
it was out there, like,
Right.
so I had to reel it in a little bit, and I feel like sometimes when you're by yourself, no features, that's when you can really do that.
And I feel like the shit slides though, and I think you, like I said earlier, you executed that motherfucker.
I'm hyped on how it came out, man. You know, it was a lot of learning. It was very educational for me. It helped me overall as an artist. Even as far as like being able to speak on stuff that I didn't necessarily know how to do with rap. Now I kind of feel more comfortable just overall. And that sounds crazy to say in our era where people say anything on a track, but getting it to translate the correct way is tough, man. So having that work with alternative where it's more of a genre where you can be more expressive and it's still the vibe for it, it kind of helped me just overall. Like I grew a lot.
So let's get into this track list.
Hmm.
Start the bitch off with Chroma.
Yeah.
I love the way the album starts off. Honestly, it sets it up into like an ambiance into where you're going to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Was that the goal?
Yeah, because I felt like, all the people that have listened to my music before, like they didn't know I was gonna drop an alternative album.
For sure.
So it sets that tone not only on this is a different genre, more so as like oh, this is a whole different feel. This isn't
Absolutely.
necessarily feel good music.
Absolutely. But it is though, sonically.
Right. Which I feel like you kind of have to do. But those are secrets that we going.
We gonna unveil those.
Exactly.
Right? So we talked about it a little bit, but you also touch on it some parts throughout the album and past music too. Mental health, bro.
Yeah, man.
How do you feel about mental health? Like,
I feel like our country is kind of failing us as far as mental health goes. Damn near everybody I know struggles with something. And sometimes in our society today, uh, certain mental health traits or illnesses even can be looked at as a positive thing, a positive trait. Oh, he's a real go getter. He's a grinder. But like that guy's driving himself crazy, and like he won't
Big
accept
praise.
anything else except for success. You know what I mean? So yeah, like mental health overall doesn't get addressed enough, and at the end of the day, it's on you to figure it out. And I don't know if that should necessarily be the case, bro.
because that's not the case for mostly anything else.
You go to a doctor, it's cool, it's straight, You go to a hospital, you broke a leg, They gonna take care of you and not make you feel weird about it.
Right.
I think we're doing a lot better than we have been, but there still needs to be some great strides made in that department as far as mental health goes, man.
Yeah.
I done seen some stuff. I don't, so like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy out there, and God bless everybody because it's tough out here.
It's real though. I mean, we definitely need to talk about those things because we talk about it and then it goes in the music and we kind of like,
You try to brush it off, low key.
but people don't listen,
Right.
right? We're not necessarily listening to what's being said. Like on Chroma, you kind of are saying things in a sense, but
Yes.
it's so
It sound like, it almost sound like rap.
for sure. But not even necessarily the direction on what you're trying to say or how you're saying it is what you're saying though that makes it with the beats and the ambiance and the whole vibe that you're creating can get lost. Kind of like the Juice World effect. If you strip down the beats and just listen to the actual words that are being
Future.
said, Future,
Right.
you actually can get in depth. That's why they're like, these people don't have any substance. It's like you're not actually listening.
Bro. Like that whole song is about not wanting to be where you're at anymore. When I wrote that song, I wasn't in a good spot. I didn't really want to do this no more. So it ain't about how it sounds like it's about, which I think is a cool thing that you can only do with music. You can't really film a movie and get a shot across and say like, well, it ain't about what I just showed you. Like he just said, like you can hear music out and everybody's going to take a different perspective, but if you listen to the song Chroma, it's not what you would think, kind of a thing. I wasn't doing hot. A chroma is a gun. Like it's not wheels. It sounds like the song's about a car.
All right.
So
That's real. Goes into Dash.
The Dash, man.
which is my favorite song on it.
It's just yeah, that's
It's just the pocket. It's the pocket that fits. Every album needs that one.
Mhm.
And when we're creating a project, you have a direction on what you want the sound to go,
right.
but there's always that one song that has to translate to
It has
everybody.
it has to be able to people to just pick it up and run with it, bro.
Exactly. And I feel like Dash is definitely that for sure.
And that's what I was trying to really accomplish with that record. That's probably the oldest song actually. That was the first song on this album that made it. The first one I wrote. And when I wrote that record, I was almost like just like I got to stay in the pocket, but I still want to be myself. But it helped me because it was like I'm gonna make an alternative song, and I was able to accomplish that because I was so focused on
on the pocket.
the pocket.
But the song's actually written and it's talking about deep shit. Like it's
Right.
well written. It's not like
Right.
it sounds like Hollister,
Right.
but it's not Hollister.
Exactly.
Because if you strip down what it sounds like lyrically, this shit it competes with the top of the cause it's lit. All the songs like that for the most part.
My
You know?
man, like that's what so like, and that's the first thing you said to me. You know, you gave flowers, and I appreciate that because I even be forgetting. But like, that song is well constructed.
Sure.
That joint kind of goes crazy.
For sure.
I'm not talking about normal things that you would normally hear in a Hollister, but it could be played in a Hollister.
For sure. It's like the weekend.
Exactly. Like I like The Weeknd, man. You know, I
Not
feel like
the similarity, but if you strip down the weekend shit, it's
Right.
playing in Forever 21 Hollister, Aeropostale,
he
but it shouldn't be.
He talking about some shit.
Shit, but it shouldn't be. And
about
that's
some shit.
and that's where it's that's songwriting brilliance. When you're able to bend the line, because really, like we was talking about it earlier, it's like I forgot it's the LA Cool J and J Lo song, and it's Pride is all I have. That's what J Lo was saying.
Yeah,
Pride is
yeah.
all I have, and LL's like Pride is all you had, baby girl. I'm what you have. That shit's toxic.
Bro, that's LL, bro.
She's telling you pride is all I
And he
have
said, "Nah.
in this world. Nah, you don't
Not no
have
more."
pride. Not no more. Fuck your pride.
You got me.
You got me. And it's toxic, but we don't admit we're missing that because it sounds
You just listen. You remember J Lo,
exactly the bop.
and that's why LL is cold, and people don't know that. But he's seen because it's like, you know, you riding that happy sad sound, that happy sad wave where I feel like you know you spend a day, your whole day you ain't just gonna be happy,
Right.
but at the end of the day you might be like that was a good day. But what about them sad moments? And I like to highlight those because that's where I'm at. But yeah, the Dash. It's a solid joint, man.
Solid.
It's a solid
It's a
joint.
solid
I'm proud of
joint.
that joint.
The video super dope.
Yeah, shout out to Dre, shout out to Connor, man. Y'all did your thing. You know, beach vibes. I love the beach, and I feel like the beach in itself is one of those double entendres, I guess, where
Mhm.
it's like it looks super pretty. You ever go to the beach at night though? That joint look terrible, bro.
For sure, but it sounds pretty.
Exactly, and that's cool.
For sure. Niggas be dying in that motherfucker.
For real, not coming up.
That was your first time working with Dre, like on a visual.
Yes.
aspect.
It was cool because for y'all that don't know, Dre is our brother, and it's cool when you get to work with family, not just on the music. You know what I'm saying? Like he does the visuals, and shout out Bam as well. That is our brother as well. But it's just cool when you get to tie in your boys and you get to work, and it comes out how you want it to.
Right.
A lot of the time it's hard trying to translate a message or even a feeling to the camera. And with Dre, it kind of felt like an extension of myself. So that's my boy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did his thing.
He's dope. I love
For real. That's
it. Man, who is Johnny? You talk about him in a lot of your songs.
Johnny is my
Give
big
love.
brother, man. That's my big brother, bro. Johnny is not only my big brother, but my biggest inspiration as a human. A lot of people don't realize that because Johnny's even more in the shadows than I am. But at the end of the day, like, it was tough, man. The area that we had to navigate as kids, Uno knows, like, Philly knows, like, most everybody in here knows. You gotta, there's a certain way that you can walk in the area we're from and everybody be cool with you, or you could do your own thing and people would be like, oh, that's old boy.
For sure.
And Johnny knew how to do both. when he needed to do both, and I learned that from him. So that's my big brother, man. That's my boy. That's Johnny. That's
Shout
who
out,
Johnny is.
shout
Man.
out Johnny, man. Shout out Jack Johnny. That's my nigga, man. That's my nigga. Shout. So with the title being Mary Kate and Ashley, and the beach vibe, kind of hearing it, and kind of the title of the name, and me kind of knowing you deeper, and kind of is the song kind of about the women that you like,
So to a degree, it is about the women that I like. Mary Kate and Ashley. Everybody know Mary Kate and Ashley,
For sure.
even though they could still be on killing today.
For sure.
Shout out to their sister. She's
Elizabeth
doing her
Olsen
thing.
going
She's doing
crazy.
her thing. But no, like it's more than just women. The song is about like vices as well, man. Like for me personally, I went through some things where things that shouldn't have been readily available were readily available to me. Like I had a surgery where certain things were presented to me to feel better, and that's kind of the wave I was on for a little while. That's what that song is really about. And I think everybody individually has something where they let go a little bit too far. It's not right. You're doing something wrong, but you still at the end of the day you're gonna rock out.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, yes, like the women thing is cool, and I like to like women in music. It's really easy to get a message across.
Yeah.
But if you listen to that song 50 times in a row, I don't sound like I'm talking about a lady or talking to a lady.
Right. And it didn't sound like that even when I was listening to it. I just got the surface of it, of what it was trying to explain.
Right.
And then, of course, every song has a different meaning, so I wanted to touch on that also, too.
No, yeah. And like even how the song starts, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it don't start normal
Right.
because when you're on that vibe,
Right.
it's not a normal beginning.
No. And a lot of the album, I had it down like later as a question, but honestly, I need to take ecstasy and listen to this motherfucker, because when I honestly, I was listening to it earlier. It's like I would live in the music.
That's crazy.
Like
Nah.
when I took ecstasy a few times, I would be like living inside the music that would be playing, and that would be the type of music that I would listen to be that and to get that feeling and invoke those different chemical emotions, which is crazy that music does that, and this album for sure does that.
I think it is trippy enough for that experience, and not too trippy to where you gonna start bugging out.
For sure. No, you're just gonna love every song.
I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
Because even when I make music, it's on a manic tip. Like, I feel manic, so I'm making music. So maybe that would highlight the experience. I don't know.
And a lot of people said that was their favorite song that I talked to.
Yeah, it's my second favorite song.
Me too.
It's the newest song too, actually. It was
Well,
the
when
last
we were
song.
talking,
Mm-hmm.
I said I didn't like that song.
Right, but I knew you would like it.
Yeah, I said I didn't like that song, and I was like, I don't know. But you told me you'll like it. Just
You're gonna like that
with
song.
it. And it's easily my second favorite song. Just the vibe is crazy, and the way it makes me feel. For sure.
It's different, man. Like it starts with the super beachy joints, and then from there, it's kind of like, where are we going with this? Right. And I like songs that do that every now and again. Right. You gotta have one. You can't just stay in the box. You know what I'm saying? And that's right after the dash that stays on the box.
Exactly.
The whole time.
Right. And it's hard. The bass line on Way Out.
Yeah.
Is stupid.
So I'm gonna just give credit to Kurt on that.
Yeah.
And say he wrote that.
Yeah.
But I think I might have wrote that.
I'm gonna give you credit, but
like Kurt, I'm an extension
because I know what you do, right?
And you ain't gonna be mad,
right?
Yeah, I wrote that. That's me.
It's just stupid.
No. So, the bass line alone kind of captured how I felt.
Yeah.
And I keep talking about feelings. I feel like feelings are really big with music, obviously, but like when you feel a certain way and words can't express it, that's what music does for me. You know what I'm saying? So just that doom 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 doom, like
it's stupid.
It just throws you right back.
And I had no headphones on, and I was hearing it like,
it's cutting through, bro.
Crazy.
It's cutting through. Nah, so all right, to clarify, I wrote it. Kurt played that joint.
Okay.
Kurt played that joint.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I ain't quite there yet.
Nah, we're not that, but still, it's still the.
That's my favorite song.
That's your favorite?
Way Out.
That song's dope.
Sonically, it's eerie,
Right.
it's weird, but it's also like, all right, I could hear it.
Right.
This is easy.
Right. Right.
But it's one of them ones.
Right. I fuck with it. I fuck with it tough. Fucking
Thank you, bro. Cause that's my favorite joint for sure. For sure.
that one's your favorite?
For sure.
It's my best. That's my favorite beat.
That beat
Hands
is
down.
crazy.
That's my favorite beat, hands down.
That beat is crazy.
I can listen to that beat on a loop.
Exactly.
Like and
It's
literally just go. That song,
it's
that beat
easy,
is
bro.
crazy.
It's easy.
Goes into the
hmm
the ropes, which is a beautiful song, bro.
Thank you,
By the
bro.
way,
Thank you.
what does that song mean for you? To you?
That song is about like struggling with addiction. In that zone where I was probably drinking a little bit too much. And that was the first line I had, punch drunk on the ropes, like
Right.
it's just, and I was like, wait, like this could mean a couple of different things. This
Right.
is cool. But really that record's pretty old. That was probably the second one I wrote. And I wrote a lot of these songs at like weird hours. Like I probably wrote that song at like 4:30.
In the morning?
Yeah, because I don't sleep. I can't. And when I do, it's not good.
Right.
And that's kind of how that song sounds, you know what I mean?
Right.
In a way. But yeah, that song is just about like where I'm at, where I was when I wrote that. I felt like those last two songs, to be honest, was kind of that angst that we talked about. You got a chip on your shoulder.
For sure.
You know you cold.
For sure.
I got nothing to show for it right now. And the roast was kind of like a back end, a way out, where it's like, man, that's exactly how you would feel after that song, because that's me. That's probably the realest, closest you get to me on that album. You know what I mean? And how I feel. But yeah, it is a pretty song.
Let's give a round of applause for that fucking shit. It's a good interview, man.
Nah,
I like
bro,
talking to my brothers.
I
This
love,
shit
I
real.
love having heart to hearts. The
For
thing
sure.
is, he be interviewing me every day. Every day is an interview, bro. So when we get to sit down and talk about the music that we create, it's beautiful, man.
For sure. For sure.
It's beautiful.
Motivator.
Motivator, man. That
Before I get into that,
Yeah.
what's your biggest fear when it comes to making music?
my biggest fear when it comes to making music. I don't want to be the guy that's like, I don't have any fears when it comes to making music. My biggest fear with myself is that myself will get in the way with what I'm supposed to do musically. I'll say that. I think a lot of the battle with me as a musician is getting me back in music mode, taking me out of what are you doing mode to like, yo, you can make music. That's what you're
Right.
supposed to do, bro. So yeah, I guess just as myself, because we musicians.
Right.
That's a really big struggle with me is getting up and not even like confidence thing, because we've gotten to the point.
Confident. behind
I
my
know it's
shit.
gonna be good.
Right.
Which is crazy, but like because I never thought I would be there.
Right.
But now it's like just getting myself in that zone and like knowing like, all right, this is where I'm gonna sit for a little bit. Different mindset. You making music right now.
Right.
Other than that, I guess things not translating sonically, not even message wise, sonically. Mixing and mastering and just getting tones to come through the exact way I want them to is always a nightmare. Yeah, I guess that could instill some fear. Like, man, this ain't gonna sound right.
Right.
You know, like this
it's
ain't
not reaching how I want it to reach and hitting how I want it to hit.
exactly.
Are they gonna? And it took me like, I'll say this. We talk about it all the time here. It's the way you make beats and the way you create the sound of it. There's no one makes that sound how you make your sound. Like I can't type up a tight beat
Yeah,
and find a Mike Valley type beat. And
yeah.
it's
I know what you mean.
it's a good thing. It's a great thing because there's no one. But it could be a challenge
Right,
if you want to expand that sound outside of yourself.
right. It is, and it is, and we're in a group, 7 Records. You know what it is. And even trying to get in the right pocket for all right, I got to make joints with other people is interesting, and it's a cool challenge though as a producer. Like I still think I'm really new as a producer, so as I get older and more experienced even with that, that'll be cool. I'm actually very excited for doing that, but yeah, like and I think a lot of the credit is the software I use, to be honest. I use software that no one else uses, bro.
No
I'm
one
gonna
else.
just leave it at that
No
because
one
I don't even
else.
want to shout them out.
No one else.
But yeah, to get the sound that I've gotten has just been a dumb amount of hours, probably more hours than needed if I was using something actually friendly. But now I got a sound, so I'm cool
And
with
it's
it.
your sound, though.
Exactly.
So that's fire though, because it's a yeah. Sure, we would want to make songs for this person and this person and this person,
Right.
but you can honestly say, "Ain't no one sounds like me."
Right.
Like real shit.
Right.
So that's fire.
It's cool.
So in a motivator, that shit needs to be in Baywatch. No cap.
Motivated.
But the
man.
project kind of like showed me like a deeper. It kind of showed me that you can make low key movie scores, like movie scores and songs that need to be in movies. Like a lot of this music needs to be in those movies type of deal. The
I wouldn't be
Oceans,
mad.
the Ocean 11s and 12s, and
I ain't mad
the
at that.
Baywatches. Like it sounds like that type of shit. Like if you know how Jordan Peele be taking his songs and he be flipping them a
Flipping
different
them
way.
a little bit.
You do that, like the shit goes crazy because it's just like it sounds like that.
It just
real talk.
it's and we're from California where everything looks like movies, bro.
For sure.
So you drive for a little bit, you gonna hear what you're seeing. That sounds crazy, but you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Like you can, and to be able to capture that, I feel like I did that on a song like Motivator.
Right.
It's just what I'm seeing, how I'm viewing things. Now you're gonna see it just from listening.
Right.
It's cool.
That's crazy. It's crazy. It's straight Baywatch.
I
It's
like
straight Baywatch.
the new ones or the old ones.
I'm gonna be a buck with you, bro. Never in my life.
Nah,
Nah.
the new one's smooth.
Is that the one with The Rock and Zac Efron?
Yeah. Nah, it's not bad. I'm telling you, it's way better than you think. Shout out, The Rock, bro.
Yo, I was gonna say, don't say that on here, cause fuck that nigga. I'm just like,
I was like, nah, The
I
Rock.
just don't think he's a good actor, bro. And he's cool. I just don't think the nigga's a great actor. I just
Hey, like I said, like not capping, but capping before, beforehand when I said, a lot of my favorite singers aren't the best singers.
for sure.
The Rock is The Rock, man.
He is,
That nigga come in
he
the
is
room, you
Dwayne
gonna be like,
Johnson.
that's The Rock.
for sure.
That's cool.
I think it's maybe because the nigga's super swole. The nigga will
That's
like
what-
as wide as the door frame. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna have to be like, that's The Rock. At least. At least. No, but the movie was
So-
straight, bro. Zac Efron did his thing. Shout out to Zac Efron, man. I feel like a lot of people thought he was just gonna be Troy. And, if he's a good person, then I like Zac Efron.
Zac Efron straight.
That's what I'm saying.
He did the I saw that one joint. It was okay. It could have been better. The serial killer one that he did on Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily think that was a Zac Efron role, but,
They tried.
I respect that.
They
Pushing boundaries.
Pushing P. So when the project first came out, Five had hit me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, my favorite song is Luna Song.
Shout out 5, man.
He was mad though, because the song is not long at all.
Yeah, I knew he would be mad.
I love short songs though.
Yeah.
Cause I'm in the keep.
That's what everything is
know what I'm
nowadays,
saying?
And it's tough for me because I was listening to Lil Wayne song freestyles that are 4 minutes long. When you were doing the same thing.
Exactly.
And the game 300 and running.
6 minutes, 7 minutes going.
15
at,
damn near.
Yeah,
Like,
the
just going.
Youngblood remix is like 25 minutes long.
That's what I'm
some
saying.
shit.
Like, that shit's long, dummy
Right.
long. People aren't doing that today.
No.
But I'm gonna come clean. The song, I believe it's either Crown or Beach is Better on the Jay-Z album. Wonder Girl produced that joint. That was kind of the first new joint that I heard new, because it's not new in today's age, but that was short, and it left me like, why is that so short? That's one of the best
Joints on there.
for a reason, you know. It captures a moment, you know. Some of the best moments in life, you know, 2 minutes long, 5 minute long.
Niggas love
No.
sex and max is 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40
Let's speak.
minutes.
Let's come clean.
Let's
Y'all
come
tapping
clean.
after a certain
It's
time.
come
Like,
on.
it ain't-
So,
so like, and that's what everything is about.
Right.
Those moments where it's like, man, like I want that feeling back.
Right.
So I feel like to capture that musically, like sometimes you gotta fade this joint out. You know, sometimes.
I love that shit. Let's give a round of applause to On Nigga Valley in this bitch.
Appreciate y'all, man.
We're on the back stretch. Usually we take another shot. I'm gonna take another shot. I've been taking shots throughout this whole motherfucker. We'll change gears a little bit. What's next for you, bro?
Honestly, I'm at a point where you know this more than anyone. There's never a point where I'm not making songs. Now that I've done alternative, I want to do another alternative album in the future, but next, that's not next.
That's not next.
No, I got a rap joint that's gonna come out, and I wanted to work with everybody in the group joint. You know what I mean? So like, I'm just making a lot, probably more producing than rapping for the first part of that, first
Right.
stretch of that. I really want to become one of the best producers of all time. So that's kind of where I'm at on that.
And I remember that conversation way back. It's like,
yes.
yeah, I know what I can do, but when it's all said and done, I want this to be what it is.
Yes, like that's what I want.
Right.
And that's crazy because niggas was only rapping because we didn't have beats.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
Exactly.
like, yeah, I wanna do beats, but and like just produce and just all types of music. But next right now is I got a rap joint and it's sounding pretty good where I'm at. I like the direction I'm headed, but it's still really new. But I mean, all it takes is one,
Right.
and then I'm in.
In
You
that
know.
in that zone.
But I like where I'm at musically. You know,
I forgot to say, I don't mean to cut you off. I forgot to say earlier when I was giving you flowers. The big flower is you actually, what people don't know, Cameron, what people don't know is Valley's the reason why I even picked up the mic again. Like real shit. Like I was done with rapping, like shit. Ninth grade I stopped rapping. And eighth grade, we like started doing that music shit, you know.
Yeah.
And like later, then when I moved away, you was doing your shit. You was
Mhm.
moving in the city. You was like, when you come back, let's lock in.
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't know. You like you're cold, bro. Lock
bro,
in.
I've been said this
So I
nigga is
was like-
cold, bro.
So like, I want to appreciate you on camera for that too, because there would be no 7 Records if that conversation never happened and I wasn't Goon Valley first. So
Hey, man. At the end of the day, first off, I'll say when you recognize right, real recognize real, you know. But at the end of the day, if you recognize someone and they killing something and you don't tell them, you're almost doing a disservice to the world. Uno is a rapper, bro. Like he's not just a rapper though. Like that's what people don't understand. But when it comes to niggas we want to freestyle right now, he gonna get that off. And it's been like that.
Mhm.
So people don't understand, and it makes me mad. And I try not to focus on that. I let you do that.
Yeah.
I let you focus on I just, I'm in my zone. But yeah, man. Like first, we had a little run. I was doing my thing, just rapping. And it's just crazy because I always feel like everyone around me should be rapping, but I'm gonna do it because it seems to bring out everybody, you know.
it does. It does. Brings out the whole.
But I appreciate that, man, because at the end of the day, it's all about continuing to push forward and move forward. And we 7. Come on, 7, bro. Like, come on. It's been like that.
Been like that. You game a little bit.
Yeah, I
You
do.
on Twitch and all that.
Yeah.
Are you nice, bro? Or you just be like
I'll-
taking these niggas' money?
I'll
Like, are you nice?
I'll bust your ass in about every game ever.
I had to tell the nigga.
No
I had
cap.
to tell my homie. I had to tell June.
Yeah.
I had to tell June he thinks he's nice at FIFA.
And you want to run? All right.
And
so,
I told him, bro. I said, look, bro, with all due respect,
There's
I don't
no
give
way.
a fuck what you think you're good at.
no,
On FIFA,
that,
JD
that nigga
is
Johnny,
a problem. Johnny is a
bro,
problem, bro.
What people don't understand is when JD streams on Twitch and he's doing his thing, if he wants to kick it, he's kicking it, having fun, talking to everybody, winning 4-1 against these dudes that sweat on the game every weekend. They play that game every day, every minute, every day. So like that being said, like he is the coldest, but he'll tip his hat. But the only dudes really better than him at FIFA
Are those dudes?
are the dudes that are playing the game to try to make money, and that's
Right.
FIFA we're talking about. Where like they ain't making that much bread off of FIFA.
FIFA.
So that nigga's cold.
What's your games? What do you play?
I've been playing a little bit of Apex. I liked Fortnite, but that game is gone. That's been a yeah. I kind of like story mode games a lot recently.
Do you
know,
play the scary games? Do you know about those games?
hell nah,
No,
bro.
you don't play 'em.
Hell nah. I don't like being scared when I paid for it. That's not how I want to spend my money, you know. Uh, but yeah, like I like I like shooters, bro.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just waiting on a new one. There's a
new
new
one.
game, Multiverse. That's a fighting game.
I just heard about that. It's like Super
It
Smash.
look kind of cool,
It looks
bro.
corny though.
It does look a little cheesy.
Looks
Like I don't
corny.
like the animations necessarily, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay. It's on the new system or is it on everything?
I think it's on the newest systems, and then it's on PC. But I believe it's going to be.
What do
on
you rock with
everything.
more, PC or?
PC, bro.
PC?
PC all day. PC does everything you need it to do. You can get more frames. Like if you want to get real nerdy, like you get all the frames, maximum performance. That joint gonna run. That joint gonna run. But yeah, I'm trying to get into Apex real crazy. Valorant, that's a good game, but it's too frustrating. It puts me in a weird space.
Valorant.
Yeah,
never
that's a
heard of
nerdy game, bro. If you play Valorant, you a nerd, bro. One of my best friends plays that game every day. He's a nerd.
So I know a lot about you. I don't
Mhm.
want to go too deep,
Mhm.
all that. But what are your hopes that your family and friends kind of get from your music? You know, like what do you hope that they take from the experience you're trying to leave on this earth?
I hope that's a good question. I hope my family and friends take from my music, they see a different light of me, maybe. Because if you see me every day, you don't necessarily know what's going on in my head at all. But then to take that and even think of it on a wider scale, you see somebody that you run into, you ain't seen in a minute, and the first thing you think is, man, what they doing? Oh, he's a plumber? Oh, he's plumbing. Well, what else is he doing? What else is he thinking? You know, just everybody has their own thoughts that go on every day, and
That are deeper than the surface.
deeper than the surface. Just focus on that. That's kind of what my whole music take is. Other than that, just to know that I'm still doing my thing, like having fun, learning. Um, yeah, just vibing. It's a form of therapy,
Definitely,
you know.
definitely. I was telling Thrillist a couple weeks ago that I feel like his album was like the diary album for this new one. Do you feel like you'll get to that point where you do it already, but it's like it's cryptic.
Nah, I'm
Do
always be cryptic,
you
bro.
always be cryptic?
I'm always be cryptic because I can't do it. Like I haven't found out the way for me to do it how I want to do it. I think I'm just kind of cryptic, just like how you meet me surface level, you don't
Right.
know,
Right.
and then
And there's nothing wrong with that.
right. That's just me. That's
Yeah.
how I move. Just how Hove always gonna subliminally diss people.
Every time.
That's
Every
cool,
time.
you know.
What made Mike Valley Mike Valley? Like, who are the artists that influenced you that kind of like created the Mike Valley persona?
um. Okay, yeah, I like that. So like I already mentioned, Wayne when we were growing up was a huge influence for me. Kind of helped me like rap again. Um, Kanye for sure. I thought it was really cool when Kanye did the joint where he was trying to outsell 50 Cent. Said you ain't gonna drop
Graduation.
anymore if I
Exactly.
outsell you. Like yeah, it was
Curtis
cap for
for
BET
Graduation.
106 in Park, but like that
But
was
it was hard.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
I try to build that up with some other people, but it didn't go as it didn't go.
bro,
well.
no, that's crazy.
It's
Like,
crazy.
people don't realize. So yeah, I mean, I like Jay-Z a lot. I think what Jay-Z does is he's really just rapping and it's art. It's like he's producing with vocals. Like I don't know, it don't make sense. But yeah, as far as influences other than Wayne, Kanye, I gotta say like Jadakiss. People like Jadakiss, bro. Who like
He's stupid, bro.
and like at the end of the day, like we gonna make a good song, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and, I'm gonna say it how I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that authenticity is often left behind nowadays
Gets missed.
because you want to rhyme a better word with something, like. But people like Nipsey too, bro. As I've gotten older, um, he probably he's one of them ones like Jadakiss, like is a certain way. But then also like I just did the alternative joint, so I'd sit here capping if I didn't say like the Smiths and like Tame Impala, Dungeon, like nerdy bands, like just like all different sounds can inspire me. That's the thing, cause I'm a producer, so like it's weird.
Sounds.
Yeah,
It's what makes me
sounds, bro.
feel. What makes me
Exactly.
feel.
Whether that's someone singing something a certain way or the way the beat is.
Say it all the time. You can't tell somebody how to make a hit. It's a feeling.
It's a
that
feeling,
you
bro.
create, and
It's a feeling.
that's it.
So, yeah, just songs, people that do a good job of projecting their feelings over records.
If there's one thing you could take on an island, one thing, the necessity things are there, like
Okay.
water and food.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you're taking?
A thing. So
But
not
don't.
a person.
Yeah, not a person.
Yeah.
Not a
A
person.
thing. Oh, that's so corny.
Be corny.
Nigga, my music stuff. We gonna make some joints, so
They
then
gonna
when we
look
get off the
slaps.
island, they're
Right.
gonna say like, "Oh, we got joints
Joints.
ready," like
Okay.
But I mean, like, I really like waffles. I would like to bring some waffles if I had to get into that
What's
aspect.
your favorite type of waffle?
I've been eating the Kodiak joints.
Never had them. They
They aren't
bussin'?
that good, no. But
you
they're
been
healthy
eating?
waffles,
Oh, okay,
so
they're
they make
healthy.
them good. As you
Okay,
get
yeah.
older.
Yeah.
But
Can't
nah,
have the Egos no more.
Nah, but Egos, the little
Ghost.
square cinnamon joints, is the you can't beat that. We gonna drive to Roscoe's when I could have these right now?
Right. Nah, we're gonna save that, bro.
Come on, man.
Waffle House is stupid.
Waffle House be going crazy. I think people kind of sleep on it because people be fighting every other time you in Waffle House, or people
Sure.
think that
They
at
don't
least, you know
have
what
one
I
out here. They need one out here.
mean? We need
too.
one out here. We need a couple things out here.
For sure.
But yeah, music stuff,
Waffles.
waffles, maybe like some type of like basketball or something. Keep the hands busy.
Gotta do something. Last question before we get into the little game.
Hmm?
Why do you hate You're Pretty Good? I like that album.
wait.
I think that album is probably
Yo, I
one of
didn't
your
think
best albums.
You're
I
Pretty
like that
Good.
album a lot.
You're Pretty Good reminds me of a time. If I was a fan, I'll just say like a regular, like ear, not me. It's one of
Maybe.
those like awkward, like, man, that's what I was doing during that time. But also like I don't like the mix.
That's
I don't
what
like
it
the mix.
says.
But I'm saying a lot of cool stuff on that album, and even still, like, it was cool because Matt helped me produce that album, and that was really cool. Like that was a really big thing for me, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, like other than that, I like that album now. I think I told you I hated
Twisted
it
Metal
recently.
is my joint.
Twisted Metal goes kind of crazy.
It goes fucking nuts. And the last one. What's the last one?
What is the last one on that joint? When It Rains? Is that-
When It Rains.
Yeah.
Those two songs are fucking stupid, bro.
I see, like, you know, when we get ready to perform and I perform
sure.
one off, I'm like, oh, that song is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's more
Move
so
past
like
that.
that was more so of like that's me and not that's just music. And I don't like that feeling anymore. It's like,
Move
it's
past
weird,
that.
yeah.
Let's give a round of applause for Myke Valley and this motherfucker. So, we won't play black and white,
Okay.
but we're going to do it different. For those
Okay.
of you that don't know what black and white is, fast track game, 2 simple questions, this side or this side, pick one. We usually drink with it, though.
Yeah.
If you can't pick one.
Okay. I'm
So-
usually good at picking stuff.
So, let's pour one up, just
Okay.
in case.
All right.
But
yeah.
I feel like you'll be fine.
We'll see. You know, I should be
So,
all right.
I think you'll be all right.
No brands. This is 7 Records vodka.
Yo, tequila.
Tequila.
No vodka.
We don't drink vodka.
I love it. Need to cut that check.
So you don't even know
Thank
what we
you.
drinking.
Thank you.
Yeah, you getting drunk.
Oh yeah, I'm getting.
That was a
sauce.
heavy pour. I'm sorry.
Thick pour. It's all good.
2 shots of vodka.
Straight.
Tequila, you know. Straight.
Straight. All right, first question.
Yeah.
Death Valley or the Oaks?
Death Valley.
Old Drake or old Travis Scott?
Old Drake.
Take Care or Astroworld?
Astroworld.
Baseball or basketball?
Basketball.
Pharrell or Kanye?
On what, nigga?
Wherever
I'll
you
take
want.
a shot on that. On what?
Wherever you want.
Producing?
However you want to cut it.
Producing Pharrell.
So is that your answer?
Yeah, I'll take a half shot. Producing Pharrell. Artistry, Kanye.
Okay. Movies or shows?
Movies.
Last one. Chris Brown or Usher?
Chris Brown. That
That's
nigga does backflips, bro. Niggas
Dude,
don't
he doesn't
backflip.
have the hits that the Usher has, bro. What are you talking about?
Hits reside, nigga. He does movies. He does art. He raps.
Usher was in the movie Light It Up. You don't remember that joint? That one slid, bro.
Stop. Stop.
He was
it,
Sugar Ray Leonard too. He was in the boxing joint, Hands of Stone. Y'all see that?
But when you see Chris in a movie, you be like, man, this nigga kind of killing this every time, bro.
I will say 2 movies I've been to in the ghetto in the hood. I went to I grew up in the hood, so like as a kid and shit. So as a kid, we saw This Christmas and
Facts.
Stomp the Yard, and both movies, niggas were going crazy.
Those are crazy movies
For this nigga.
And
He
let's
died
not-
and Stomped the Yard. Everybody was crying. And I was the nigga that was singing with the nigga on This Christmas, loud as fuck.
How'd you thinking his version was better than the original?
Absolutely. I didn't even know there was original.
I didn't
after.
either. And that's crazy.
Facts. I can see why you picked Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, bro.
Shit,
Usher
Chris
found
Brown.
Justin Bieber and stuff. That's cool. But, like, nigga, it's Chris Brown. But we're also younger, you know.
That's
like,
our generation.
That's our
We
generation.
grew up on that.
Don't sleep on Usher, bro. But I think Chris also made the not pop, because they always made pop joints, but he made a different transition in his career better than Usher did.
I just thought of the last one. Jadakiss or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Jay-Z. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z is Jadakiss's favorite rapper, too.
For sure.
you
I
know.
think so, too.
Yeah.
All right, let's give a round of applause for Myke Valley, this motherfucker.
Thank y'all for having me, man. This is cool, man.
Yeah.
I love you guys, man.
this is
This is
dope.
fun.
Do you have anything you want to plug in? You want to shout out anything?
Follow at 7 Records, and then follow everybody that's on 7 Records. Go follow me and my brother's Twitch channel, the Davis Bros, at Davis Bros 5. You can follow me if you want, Myke Valley. I might change my name to just Valley soon. I gotta talk to Uno about that. But other than that, make sure you spend time with your loved ones, man. Life is short. If you have depression, maybe like get a dog or something. That helps a lot. That's it.
Round of applause, Myke Valley. We'll see y'all next week on the next episode. You dig?